Hey there, Experimental Dev here, and today I wanted to talk about emails end-to-end testing, because every one of us sooner or later gets into this situation where we need to test it. In today's video, I want to simplify the most difficult part, the part where we need to test that email is actually appearing in the email box. Some time ago, I found an interesting website called webhooks.site. Once we get there, we can see that it gives us a specific URL with the token. And later, we can use this unique token as an email address, as you can see here. This website does a couple other things, but today we're focusing only on email feature. Let's go to their docs section to check how we can get this email address through the API. We need to go to a section called tokens, URLs, email addresses. And here we can see that if we will take the URL of the website and we will create a post request to /token, we should get a token, which later could be used like this as an email. So let's test this theory through Postman. Here we can create another request, which should be post request, and we put this URL. It said /token. Let's fire this request. As you can see, we got a response and we have this token, which can be used as email. Also, we get another information, but we're focusing only on token. As you can see, if we can send this request from Postman, we can also send the same request from our Cypress API and use it in our end-to-end testing. Let's define a small plan, what we need to do, and do it. First, we need to scaffold small Cypress project and add some dependencies and libraries to it. As a second step, we need a few custom Cypress commands to work with webhook.site API. As a third step, we need to create a test example to check if those commands works. And as a last step, we need to create a small email form application, which will respect our test example. So first, we need to go to our terminal and create a small application. In our terminal, let's scaffold a folder for our Cypress email testing. Let's add some dependencies to our project. First, we need to add Cypress itself. Also, we will use testing library /Cypress, and we will use another library created by me, Cypress webhook.site. I will give more details about it a little bit later. And we will need TypeScript and serve to serve our testing application. Let's install everything. While dependency installation is in progress, we can open our project in our editor and continue to do some scripting. Let's create tsconfig because we are going to use TypeScript. Here we use a standard TypeScript configuration from Cypress documentation. The only difference is that we add some types from testing library Cypress and types from Cypress webhook.site. Now let's go to package.json. We need to add few scripts here. First script will open Cypress in dev mode for us. The second script will be serving our small form application as we said in our plan. Now let's start Cypress. We need to do some initial configuration here. So we go to end-to-end testing and it automatically generates some config for us. Now we say that we're going to use Chrome. We will say that we need to create some new specification. Yes, let's create that and that's it. We can go back to our editor and change it. First, we need to do some additional adjustments. I almost forgot about them. We need to go to our comments.ts section and we need to add a couple imports there. First import will bring comments from testing library and the second import will bring comments from Cypress webhook.site. I know I didn't say anything about this library yet, but give me a moment. I will explain in more details in a moment. Now we can go to npm.js and check out this library. Basically what this library does, this library brings us special tasks written by me to Cypress and also commands. So we can try to use it and we will see how it works. If you want to know more details about this library, leave me a comment in section down below and I will make another video. As you can see here, we did some steps already. We have those types connected, Cypress type, we also have it. We don't have these commands connected, so let's go to our cypress.config.ts and connect them. Also, we can go back for a second and we can take test example, which I carefully prepared for you. We go to our spec.cy and replace everything we have here. Now we can go back to our browser and see the test is falling because there is nothing on localhost 5000. So as a last step of our plan, we need to implement small form application which will send email and then we can check if email is arriving to our email box or not. So let's go to our editor. We need to create our test application. In my case, it will be index.html file. And I will put the entire code of application here. and we can start this application with this serve command, which I prepared. Let's start it. Now, if we go to localhost 5000, we will see our application. As you can see, it's just a form where you can put your name and email, and then you will click subscribe, and it will send you confirmation email which says congratulations, you've been subscribed. We can see it from the code. If we go to index.html file, we can see it. Here we have some fields, subscribe button, and we have some script which use smtp.js.com, and here we grab our form, we add event listener, and when form is submitted we take name and email, and then we send some predefined text which says congratulations, you're subscribed, stay tuned. And basically that's it. Application does nothing more than just sending email. In my case, I keep password here because, to be honest, I don't care. By the moment the video will be online, I will remove it. Nobody's gonna use it. But if you want to use it, let's say on production, you can generate from username and password specific token and use it. But I decided not to do so, not to overcomplicate things. So now we can go to our Cypress test and check that things are still working. Let's restart all the tests. As you can see, we got token here, and then we put it, and now we're waiting 30 seconds. This timer can be changed. I wait 30 seconds because I know that my smtp.js.com server is pretty slow, and it sends email sometimes in 10 seconds, sometimes in 5, sometimes in 15. So I put 30 here to be sure that email will appear in the email box. And as you see, email appeared, test passed, and we deleted the token because we don't need it anymore. With this configuration, you can test any emails you want, and you don't need to pay for the service. It's available for free. The only thing you need to remember, you can send no more than 10 requests to webhook.site service in a minute. So the threshold 1 minute. 1 minute, 10 requests, no more. Otherwise it will throw you an error. You can see it in the documentation. If you go back, for example, it should say about it. Yes, it says 10 requests per minute in free account, 60 per minute in pro, if you want to buy some license and use it as a pro account. But I think for small projects, 10 requests per minute will be just enough. Okay, let's jump for a second to our test. So I will explain how things works, because we just saw that it's working. So time to explain how it works. So basically here, my library gives you a command which says get webhook site token, and then we use it as an alias email request. And then once the test started, we fetch the token from webhooks.site, and then we fill up the form with the data we need. So we take response, we take email from it, and as we've seen in our Postman, there is no email field, but there is UUID, which is the token we need. And if we add this token and /add webhooks.site, it will become an email. So my library automatically does that for you. So if we go here, everything is typed, by the way. If we go to type, it will say, sorry, it won't say here because it's an alias. But if we will go here, for example, it gives you a type of what you will get. And here we will say that we have email field, which is computed. So basically I'm taking UUID and I'm adding some string to it, and then it works as an email. Basically, as you can see, everything is typed. We have hooks here. So first one will get as token. The second one will get the latest request from the email box to this email/token box. And the third one will delete the token once we don't need it. Because if you don't delete token by yourself, webhooks.site system will remove it after 7 days. This is what they say in their documentation section, but we can clean after ourselves using this command. Request sent, email created, then we take this email, then we populate the form, then we find submit button, submit the form, and then we take UUID from the response because we need token, and we send another command which says bring me the latest request to the email box, and then we have it, latest request, and then we check that latest request.content, which is the body of the email, contains text we sent. When we don't need the hook, we just remove it. And basically that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.